My name is Dana Berkey and welcome to my YouTube channel. In case you are new here, I am a young adult fiction author and today I'm talking about something that is just blowing up on the internet, and that is of course all of the drama, the craziness with James Charles and Tati Westbrook. Now I wanted to let you guys know I look like this because I just came from a Seattle Sounders game. I was actually driving in the car. It's about an hour and a half drive for me, and on the way home I realized I really wanted to take the time to talk about this subject because it's just something that is so huge right now. This is actually, quite honestly, the largest thing that's ever happened on YouTube. I say that because as of right now, James Charles has lost almost 2 million followers in 2 days, and Tati Westbrook has gained almost 150 million. I think it is, not 100, no, not 150 million. Wow, 1.5 million. That'd be crazy. Can you imagine if she had gained 150 million followers from this? Wow. Anyway, also, James's video has become one of the most disliked videos, as in the most thumbs down in the history of YouTube, and Tati's video has, or her channel has gained the most subscribers ever in a day. James has lost the most subscribers ever in a day. So basically, all that is to say, this is huge. And as someone who creates videos on YouTube, I feel like I needed to take a little bit of time to talk about it. Not because I want to highlight the drama. That is not my intention. I apologize if this video comes across that way. I do not want to highlight the drama. I don't want this to become a like spilling the tea video. What I want this to be is kind of a learning moment. I want to quickly explain the situation and then explain what we can hopefully take away from it, and then explain my actions as a result. Before we even get started, because I have a feeling I might get some different not different subscribers, but different viewers for this video because it's not my normal stuff. My channel is largely about all-star cheerleading. I do have a lot of young viewers, so if when you're watching this video you want to make a comment in the comment section, that's great. I love my channel to be a conversation. Just please make sure you're doing it politely and that you're keeping in mind that I have some young followers. All that is to say though, let's go ahead and jump in with a quick recap of what went down. Basically, the long story, super short of it, James recently posted a video celebrating and talking about Sugar Bear hair gummies. They are a gummy that is for hair, skin, and nails. When he posted this, there was an immediate response from Tati Westbrook, who owns Halo, which is a company that also makes a hair, skin, and nails pill, and she basically posted a 2-minute video on Instagram crying and just saying she felt really betrayed and heartbroken. Since then, a lot of people have kind of said that she's being very butthurt about this. James released a response on Instagram, on his Instagram story, just being like, it was never my intention to hurt you or your company, which he never stated by name. And in a couple of days that followed, a lot of people seemed to be kind of just saying that like Tati was freaking out and being emotional and whatever. So she sat down and filmed a 43-minute video discussing the ins and outs of her relationship with James, what went down, and what's happening as a response. In it, she basically said, we're done. It's over. Our friendship is done. I considered you like a son, like you're like my family member, but it's over. I can't do this anymore. And here is why, and like lists all the different things and explains a lot of different situations that have happened over the years. And then in response to that, James made a video that's about 8 minutes long, and in it he was like, I'm sorry, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, his video was really difficult to watch. Like just really difficult to get through. It's harder to get through than the 43-minute video that she made. But in the end, he basically apologizes to Tati, apologizes to his mother, and asks his mother to cease and desist on social media. So that brings us to me finding out about this. So Friday night, I honestly, like straight up, I've been following James for a while. I have his palette. I'm not wearing it right now. I'm not. It's my Jaclyn Hill palette. But I follow him. I've, followed his tutorials before, but I didn't really know anything about Tati. So when I found these videos, I definitely entered in base level, no knowledge as far as their drama, their history, anything. And so learning about all of it through all the different videos was very eye-opening, and I tried to watch as many as I could. Number one, because it's like all anyone's talking about, and then also because I wanted to understand. I didn't want to just go based on one person's thoughts, opinions, public announcement, whatever. But all of it has really got me to thinking, based on everything that happened, that this entire situation is all about character and who people are. And if you guys don't know that word or you don't hear it very often, the best description of character is who you are when no one's looking. It's really easy to be nice to someone because you know someone's watching you. It's really easy to make a good choice when you know someone's watching you. But when you're by yourself, that's who you really are. It's the core of who you are. And I think this whole situation has been a display of character, and I really, really hope that through this situation, all of the young followers of James Charles, of Tati, people that are just on the internet aware of the situation, can just stop and reflect on their character and the kind of choices that are being made in these influencers' lives and things like that. Again, I don't want to talk about the drama, but I do want to explain what I mean in character in both of these situations. So first we have Tati and her character. Her character is honestly pretty great. Like, she's this person that's loving and caring. She stood up for James in a lot of situations he's been in the past. She took him under her wing. Her and her husband both have really cared about him, helped him further his career. And so, you know, she's really just there for him in these big, huge ways. However, she was hurt. So she made this 2-minute video where she basically just said, hey, I'm hurt, and was crying in it. And I think having emotion doesn't make you have bad character. Was it the best decision for her to make to just pop off on the internet real quick about it? Maybe not. I didn't personally see anything wrong with it. I know some people might say that it was a bit much, but we really got to see her character come through in her video about James, this 43-minute video. Yes, she did say, I'm very disappointed in James. I have a problem with him because of this, this, and this. But I think she really showed her character because, yes, she was stating her position and how she felt. She did not show the receipts that she talked about. She has DMs. She has, you know, photo evidence. She has screenshots that could definitely throw James under the bus. And although she talked about the situations, she didn't give the specifics and she didn't show those receipts, because I think in a lot of ways, as much as she is just completely heartbroken and devastated, her character is too great to just completely destroy him. I think she talked through everything and stated her position with a lot of poise and with a lot of respect for him and a lot of respect for herself, rather than just getting on there and being like, James is stupid and this is why and I hate this and he's so dumb and blah, blah, blah. Like, that would make herself look bad as well. And I think that she's an adult to stop and say, you know what, no, I need to just explain myself. And she even said in it was very therapeutic for her. Like, that was the big part of why she did it. She wanted to be able to say it all, be done with it, and just close that chapter and be able to move forward. But until she could really talk it through, it was going to kind of hang over her head with people questioning her and things like that. On the flip side then, we have learned a lot about James's character. And this is some stuff that has been coming up for a while. There's been like little scandals or things, you know, throughout the years, whatever. But recently there's been a lot of stuff blowing up about his relationship with these different guys. These guys that either are, you know, unsure about where their sexuality lies, or they've said that they are straight. And James is pursuing relationships with them. And on Twitter in the past, he said multiple times that his weakness is straight boys, and that he's, you know, always falling for these straight boys and all of this. And so I think there's, you know, two sides to a lot of these stories, but it really seems like we're starting to see that side of James's character where he is maybe using his fame to his advantage in these situations. And I'm not saying he's the only person, only celebrity out there to do it, but it is a factor of us kind of seeing this kind of negative side of him. Here he is, this huge influencer, has a ton of younger followers, and this is starting to break, this news, this information. Additionally, with this whole Sugar Bear hair thing, I think we're really seeing this huge part of James's character in that he has some inconsistencies. He initially had said that he did not support Sugar Bear hair, that he wasn't interested in that company, and then all of a sudden the dollar sign got big enough that he wanted to work for them, and in doing so he really threw Tati kind of to the side, because her company Halo is a competitor of Sugar Bear hair, and by doing this thing for them and by having an what Tati explained as like an exclusivity clause where he couldn't talk about another brand. So like when he apologized to her, he couldn't be like, so sorry for working with, you know, at Sugar Bear hair, I never meant to do that, and, you know, downplay at Halo. Like, he couldn't at her company because there was like exclusivity. And even after her upset video, he couldn't take it down, because at that moment James chose to value this business relationship and financial gain over a friendship, which I think is a very big display of his character and not in a good way. Furthermore, I think his video response, or his response in general to Tati's upsetness, has really shown his character as well. She made her Instagram video, that 2-minute video, and it seems from what we were being told that there was no reaching out. James didn't call her, didn't drive to her house. You know, she said they live very close. He didn't take the time to really care for her as a friend and as a mentor and as a family member. I mean, he calls her mom sometimes, but he didn't reach out in big ways. Instead, he made his video only after she made her very damaging video to him. And I don't think that was her intentions, to like damage or trying to ruin his career. But I think, you know, it has some big repercussions. And I think it wasn't until James realized that he really took the pause moment and said, I need to respond. I don't think his response showed a lack of character, but I think his response was not handled in the best way. When he starts his video, he literally begins with, I'm on tour. I just woke up. I'm very tired. And I think right there, the video should have stopped. I think he needed to realize that he was not in a place to film. I personally have gone to film videos and realized I'm exhausted or I'm not feeling well and I don't want to be whiny in it. I don't want to be yawning through my whole video. I don't want, you know, XYZ, whatever. So I've made a choice to not film a video. And I think James should have done that. You know, you have Tati's videos where she's very poised. She's very calm. She states where her heart is and what position she's in and what has happened. And she moves on. Whereas in James's video, he was very uncharacteristic in the speed of his talking. He was very slow. He looked possibly sad, but maybe also just tired. It was really hard to tell. He just really didn't sound like himself. And although on one side it could be that it was because he had a lot of emotions, I think the fact that he started the video the way he did not lean in his favor. I think if he had started the video the video by saying, hey guys, this is a very difficult subject, but I really need to say something because I just feel like I need to get this off my chest. And then he went into the video, it would have been a little bit better versus I just woke up, I'm tired. I know a lot of people found it to be very insincere, and honestly, I'm struggling to find the sincerity in it myself. But that is to say, like, this was his character being put on display through these series of events. And James did not deny anything, which makes one believe that what Tati's saying is obviously true and that she was not fabricating things or trying to, you know, add extra drama or lies to the situation. And again, like, I don't want to focus on the drama. I want to focus on what we can learn and what we can do to better ourselves, because I think as, you know, young people that are watching that video, you might, or either of those videos, you might just jump to negative conclusions about James or negative about Tati or vice versa, whatever. But I think really being able to say, you know, like, what's causing this and why, and, you know, how can I better myself so that I'm not put in that position? Yes, you might not, or most of us, pretty much everyone, is not going to be some massive beauty guru that has their career, you know, kind of paused, if you will, because of a big scandal. But I think it's a really good reminder to stop and really think, like, what is your character and how are you displaying your character on social media or otherwise? Are you putting your best foot forward? Are you well representing yourself and who you are and who you claim to be? And is your search of your goals, whether it's fame or whatever, is it harming those around you? And if it is that really something that you want to be doing? I did say I wanted to mention my response to all of this. Basically, when I saw Tati's video, I was shocked. I saw James's and I really was confused. I went back, watched Tati's, then watched James, so I understood what was going on. I was really shocked, and I kind of just took a step back, and I wasn't really sure what to feel about all of it. And then I saw that James's subscriber count was rapidly declining, and I realized it was because those feelings that I was starting to develop were clearly happening in a lot of other people, and it was just a wish to not support, if that makes sense. I don't hate James. I'm not, like, angry at him. Most of what he did basically all of it, did not physically affect me, but I think his negative display of character is not something I want to support. And so I have chosen to unsubscribe to him on YouTube, and I've unfollowed him on social media. I am currently not using my James Charles palette, and I'm of course not spending any more money on his products because I had no plan to buy them anyway, whether or not this happened or not. And my reasoning for doing that is not to like stick it to James. Like, I'm not going to go burn my palette. Like, that was a good use of money, and the colors are really vibrant. I still really like it. But my hope is that people that are able to take a minute and unsupport him, if you will, that will give hopefully an impact to him of realizing his mistake. I honestly don't wish for James to be done. I think he is an amazingly talented artist. I think he is a fantastic makeup artist and a beauty guru. I think he can do amazing things if he has the right assistance, if he has the right backing, if he has the right mindset. I honestly and truly hope that through all of this, James can have a chance to kind of refocus and to really look at the choices that he's made and become a better person because of it. Sorry, I just like spit and then I don't even know what. Anyway, yeah, I would love to see James a few years from now really rise because of this. And maybe not rise like as in he's making more money, but I mean like rise into a better person. And he is very, very young. Like, I'm 33 years old. I have had a lot of life experience and a lot of things that have happened in my life to help me understand more about who I was and where I was coming from before I put myself on social media. Like, we didn't have social media when I was a kid, but James is someone who grew up with social media and has different expectations and pressures on him. And I'm in no way am I excusing his behavior, his actions, or his words or anything. But I think it needs to be a factor in the way that this proceeds in the future. I'm not saying that James should just be forgiven if he asks. I think there are things he needs to do to repair relationships, both business relationships, personal relationships, influential relationships, things like that. But I really hope that this can be an opportunity for him to make those changes. And as a result of his setback and maybe comeback, that it can be a chance for him to be a better role model to young people and to the beauty community in general. But yeah, right now though, I'm choosing to not support him because I think it sends a message. And yes, I'm only one person, but if other people also make that stance, people that feel that way, I'm not trying to tell you like you can't support him. Obviously, some people are still going to. But if you have been affected that same way of just it's kind of like a disappointment. Like, I feel like he let a lot of young people down, and it's really sad for me to see because I love to build young people up. I love to encourage kids and teens and everything like that. And so if everyone that felt that way, or everyone that's kind of that's kind of struggling with supporting this, took the pause to unsubscribe or to unfollow or to not use his products, I think it'll send a message that what he does matters and his character really is important to people. It's not just about, can you make a good video? Can you, teach someone how to, do a good eyeshadow look or this and that? What products are great? It really needs to be about who he is as a person and his character and things like that. So I think that covers everything. I didn't really write down a lot of my thoughts. I was really just like kind of thinking out loud to myself as I was driving from Seattle. And I just wanted to like kind of share this as kind of a encouragement to young people, to just, and to young and old, to anyone really. I just really want to encourage people to really stop and think about, yeah, it's really easy to say James is this, James is that, but I want people to maybe see why people are perceiving him as such, and also seeing like, what are you being perceived as, and are you really showing integrity and showing a good character? I believe that a character is something that can change over time. I think someone can choose to be a better person and can make a change in their heart and in their life, and over time can develop a new character. I don't think character is something you can ever fake. But I think people do change, and I'm hoping that for James. And I really, really hope that through this situation that there might be people that stop and realize, man, I'm, you know, very at fault for those kind of decisions in my life as well. Maybe not to the level that he is, obviously. But yeah, like, things that go on the internet are forever. Things that you say are forever. Decisions that you make can be remembered and will be remembered. And it's not just, you know, writing a tweet or posting a picture or saying something to someone or sending someone a DM. Like, there are ways, like, there are receipts from it. There's proof. There's things like that. And it really does show someone's character. And so I just want to encourage you guys, anyone that's watching this, to really stop and think about what your character is saying about you. And is that something that you really want to be represented by? We all have our faults. We all make mistakes. We all have, you know, mess ups, things like that. But I think bettering ourselves and working to better ourselves is something really important, and especially for someone like James, who is in the public eye so much. I think it's a lot of pressure on him. Again, that's not me making an excuse for him, because I'm not going to do that. I just can understand that he has a lot of pressures and stuff, but I think it makes it even more important for him to make sure that his character is how it should be, and that he should be making decisions that are above board and things like that. So yeah, again, that's all I have. I feel like I could just keep saying the same things over and over again, so we're just going to stop the video here. But again, I just wanted to kind of share my thoughts and hopefully encourage you guys, let you know my decision to not currently support James. I'm interested to see what the future holds for him, and I'm also interested to see what the future holds for Tati. I'm subscribed to her channel now, and I've been watching some of her videos, and it's been just interesting and fun to get to know a new beauty guru, or new to me beauty guru. So yeah, we'll see how this all unfolds. Again, I don't want this video to be all about the drama though, and I hope the comment section does not become as such. But feel free to pop a comment down there. Just remember, I do have a very young following, so keep your comments respectful as best you can. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and your feelings on this whole situation. And also, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Finally though, make sure you're subscribed to my channel with notifications on, so you find out when new videos are posted. Like I said, my channel is mostly about all-star cheerleading, so if you're just here because of the James Charles story, you might not always fully relate to what I'm doing on my channel, but for those of you that are my cheer people, so to speak, my reactathon's coming up, plus I will eventually get all my summit vlogs out, I promise. But yeah, for now, I just want to say good luck to James in this situation. Not because, again, I'm not excusing his behavior or things that he's done, but I really, really hope that this is an opportunity for growth for him as a person, for him as an influencer, and that he can come out on the other side of this a better person. Not necessarily richer or more famous, but an actual truly better human being who has learned from his mistakes and his shortcomings and is working to, you know, just change parts of who he is to become a better influencer, a better makeup artist, a better person, a better friend, etc. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all soon.